sometimes we don't get the best translation in the English. And again, not because English is a poverty language, but those who translate from the Greek typically do not have a good command of the English language, as sometimes those who speak English don't have a good command of the Greek language. So every language needs somebody who knows what they're doing. So it says here, and he sought to see who Jesus was. So it doesn't say here, because we have και ηζήτησε είδεν τον Ιησόν της έστη. So he sought out. So this is because it's the same verb that is at the end where he says, Jesus says, ήρθε γάρ ο Υιός του ανθρώπου ζητήσε και σώσε. He's seeking. So this is not just a man climbing in a tree going, Jesus, what's this guy Jesus? So he's seeking him out. And specifically it says, dis esti. So he wants to know who he is. This is not just a passerby that he's heard about. This is somebody that he wants to know who he is. He must have heard something because he's seeking out who he is. Now, in the beginning, it says, το καιρό εκείνο, διέρχετο ο Ιησούς. So it has dia in front of it, erchome, right? Okay, going, okay. So dia through, so Jesus is passing through now Jericho. He didn't come to Jericho, it says διέρχετο, he's passing through. Then we go on later, and what does Jesus say to him? He says now, so, Zacchaeus, σήμερον γάρ εν το οίκο σου με μείνε. Now, he wants to stay. He was passing through. Now, something captured him, and now he wants to stay with him. So, this is Jesus not seeking out just to do miracles and all that, but truly for what the work is, the work of salvation, to stay now with people and to show them the kingdom of God. So this idea that, yes, Jesus is a great prophet and he does all these miracles and he was a miracle worker and everything like that. Did he do miracles? Yes, he did. But this is the purpose for what he is here, because he was passing through, and then the Gospels tell us that he says, I must remain with you. Now, it says, and when they saw it, they all murmured. We know who the they are. It's the Pharisees and the Sadducees, okay? And so Zacchaeus now says, Lord, half my goods I give to the poor, and if I have defrauded anyone of anything, I restore it fourfold. Many people have taken this to mean that this is some type of Deuteronomic or Levitical law that he was obeying, that if you cheat somebody, then you have to give them fourfold back. This is not true. What Leviticus says is that you must give back 2 times. And the worst case, they say, if you kill an animal like an ox, then you have to repay 4 times that animal. Okay? So this is not a case where he's killing something. So now he is going above and beyond what the law says. And it's interesting because they call him now, they make sure that you know in the beginning that he is the chief tax collector, right? Because they call him architelonis. So he is one of the chief tax collectors, and they make sure that you know that he is rich. So here he is going above and beyond the law. And now, what does Jesus say to this person now who is now a tax collector? It doesn't say that he cheated anybody, okay? But some people have said that that's why they make fun of him and they call him την ηλικία μικρός ειν. So they call him this small guy, again, kind of making a pun, something of saying, you know, he's a very small man, that's indicating that he's cheating people. That's not necessarily true, but that's what they're making of that, why he's small, why they called out that he's small in stature. And so here is this man now who is despised by the people as a tax collector. We already know that, all right? And what does Jesus say at the end? He says, today salvation has come into this house. It shows us now in this gospel reading that salvation is open to all of us, not only to those of us that come to church, not only to those of us that do good, but also to those who are repentant. Because immediately before this gospel reading, we have the gospel reading of the tax collector and the publican, tax collector, and the Pharisee. And what was the Pharisee's case? I pray, I do all the things, I follow the law, and I am good. And we have the tax collector, the publican in the back, and again, he has his head down, and he is then very humble. And that's the same type of thing that we have now here, is we have this person now who is relegated as a sinner in the eyes of them. And now Jesus says, he is a son of Abraham also, and salvation has come to this house. And so Jesus' purpose is in this last line. Ήλθε γάρ ο Υιός του ανθρώπου, ζητήσε, seeking out to save those who are lost. And that is who then we are. So a couple of points that I wanted to bring out that sometimes isn't recognized when we just read straight through it and don't really focus on all of the words that are in there.